Yeah, well, cheers.
Cheers,
Shane.
cheers to you, brother.
Thanks for doing this, man.
Thank you very much for having us.
Great
cheers,
to meet you.
man.
Yeah. What did he tell you what he was getting you there?
I didn't. I said, give me the best, and he gave me this, and it tastes wonderful.
Excellent. I'm going with the old Mac and Jacks. If they're watching, great product.
It's good.
All right, so let's do some background
Okay.
information on you and the band. I mean, you're getting a lot of press coverage. It seems like a lot of interviews are hitting YouTube now and everything like that. So you know, as the story goes, you came to the States from the UK.
Yeah.
6 years ago, you
Yeah,
said?
about 6 or 7 years ago, I was part of an English group that got signed in America, and I came to America and loved it, and then never really wanted to leave. You know.
Yeah.
So I met Christopher in Austin, Texas.
Okay.
And we just hung out as friends, and then we started playing. You know, the guitars came out, and we did a demo, and then we got signed, and then things really snowballed from there. We weren't expecting it to go like it went. You know, you dream that it would go that way, but you never really expect it when it happens.
So did you go straight to Austin when you came to the States?
I did. You know, I toured around a lot, and I went all over. And I fell in love with Austin. I fell in love with the people and the place, and a wonderful vibe there. Great music.
Yeah.
Great music city.
While you were growing up in Northern England, was it kind of a dream to come to the States and make it happen, or because I mean, obviously, great musical history is rooted in the UK as well.
Well, for me, it was always about coming to America. It was always that was the biggest arena to try and compete in for me. And you know, I loved rock and roll music as a kid. And jazz and movies and great American writers. I loved everything about America when I was growing up, and it seemed like almost like a magical land to me, actually, of opportunity. You know, from where I was from, which is very urban, very industrial kind of place, and not very many opportunities to do something different or to do something creative.
Okay, yeah.
And so it was a dream to come to America. And every day is a joy. It really is. It's wonderful. I love it here.
And was there much transition, like much difficulty in that transition?
No, not at all. I think I spent so much time
Yeah.
watching American movies and listening to American music that I was already, ingratiated with how it was going down. And how
you were ready.
I was ready for it. I was ready for it. And I always think, I never left Nottingham. I escaped. That's how I felt about it. So, and I'm glad everything happened the way it happened, and I'm just happy to be here, in America. And I love playing every night in a great band, and the crowds are always wonderful.
Right.
And,
so you
give me a chance here.
Perfect. And so you feel like whether or not you've reached it yet, but you are on the path towards your ultimate goal.
Always. It's all about the journey. You know. Like John Lennon said, life's what happens to you while you're busy making other plans. And so we're always shooting for the stars, but every day is a joy, and we love it. It's a great band. Everyone's wonderful. And the other day we were on the bus and we were watching videos that people had taken from the audience of the show.
Yeah, that's cool to go back and watch.
It looked great. I was so surprised. I mean, that's weird saying, but we don't. When you do your thing on stage, you don't imagine that it looks like you don't see all the people. And when someone takes a picture from the back, like, wow, bloody hell, there's a lot of people there.
Now, have you guys done much like touring? Being from the UK, have you gone over or?
No, we've never been back.
Yeah.
We've never been back to England. I think later in the year we're going to go back.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's difficult for me. It's always an interesting, quandary to be in. I left England.
And you mentioned it felt more like an escape.
Yeah, it really did, to be honest.
So going back, what would that?
I don't know. It's tough. I'm not too sure. That's a tough one, actually. I'm a bit stumped because I want to go home and I want to see everybody, but I also don't know if I want to look in that mirror.
Sure.
I've spent many years escaping that. And just imagining something that is different and new, and I don't know how much I want to look in the mirror. So, we'll see.
So did you play much yourself growing up then?
Not really, to be honest. When I was very, very young, I acted a lot. I was more treading the boards than playing rock and roll.
Yeah.
And then I got to about 17 and I started playing the guitar.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, and took it from there.
Any desire to maybe go back down the acting path?
Yeah,
at some
I think
point,
so, because I think it's so similar in many ways, you know, and it's a different outlet, and you know, we want to be the biggest band in the world.
Sure.
And so, you know, any kind of avenue in which we can help the band, you know, we want to do, and so it's a very talented group, and we all want to, you know, we write a lot, and write a lot of all kinds of things, you know, short stories, and we want to be in movies and make music for movies, and we want to do everything.
Yeah.
Do it all.
And and one would probably help fuel the other a little bit too.
I think so, and it's so close now. You know, there's so many actors that you know make music and vice versa. And for me, it was always in Nottingham. It was always a way to escape. You know, even in your mind, not always literally, but even just in your mind. And acting was a way to live a different life away from where you were. And so I think it's all an extension of the soul, and so it's all good. It's all good stuff, you know. So you never know.
Sure.
You never know.
So what kind of movies would you want to, like, is there a specific dramatic performance that you would, you know?
I love Martin Scorsese movies.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And I think it has many themes that are very, very, very direct, hits me in the heart. You know, I love about Scorsese. I would love to make movies about real life. You know, I want to make. We always think of our songs as tales of ordinary life in glorious technicolor, you know, and we want to make. I want to make the ordinary wonderful and beautiful like it is. There's no better drama than I would hear. When I was a kid, my mum worked in a second-hand shop, and they'd have pianos, and people would come in and would gossip about the town and their husbands, and oh, he's doing this, he's doing that, blah blah blah. And people were in there playing pianos and tuning pianos. And I'd hear the best stories, you know, the best. There's no better drama than real life, and so that's what I'd like to kind of present musically or on screen or whatever. You know, is real life, because it's really it's a rich pageant.
Sure.
It really is.
So what are some like movies and well, bands even currently that are kind of you know, striking you in that same kind of way?
I love the Arctic Monkeys.
Oh yeah.
Great band. And when we were kids, we used to hide how we spoke, so that we'd, you know, people wouldn't know we were from where we were from.
Oh really?
Yeah, we would sing in a different way. And then they came out and they really just started singing how we spoke, you know, and it reminded me of the Jam and all these great early 80s, you know, late 70s English bands, and I love them, and I always love the Strokes, and the Strokes are just wonderful to me, you know. Great band, exciting, and movies. I mean, gosh, we watch so many movies. Go and see Brighton Rock or Saturday Night and Sunday Morning. These old 60s, 50s and 60s movies from England are wonderful. I love. There's a great movie called Moon, which is by
David Bowie's son.
Yeah, that's right.
Why can't I remember his name?
Actually,
it's starring Sam Rockwell,
who's a
great
dear friend of mine, actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's wonderful. Yeah, and that movie I thought was amazing.
It was great. I wanted him to win the Best Actor award for that.
He really should.
He did.
He's in a different class, that guy. And I've known him for quite a few years, actually, when I first came to America. And he's a wonderful fellow, and so nice to hang around, and so very, very humble for being so talented.
Oh yeah.
And I love that movie. It's actually by Duncan Jones.
That's
he changed his name.
Yes.
David Bowie's son. And Duncan's first ever video was a music video for my old band, actually.
Really?
The first thing he ever did, I remember. And we were on set, and right backstage, and we were just singing David Bowie songs. Singing David Bowie songs, because we were so like, you know, kids from north of England, working class, and we got signed, and we were like, wow, this is amazing, you know. Duncan is doing the video, and it was great. And so I saw him making those movies. I was so pleased. And I was with Sam, gosh, maybe about a year ago, back in Austin, and he was speaking to him on the telephone. He gave me the telephone, and we kind of caught up for the first time in about 7 or 8 years.
Oh wow!
It was great. Yeah,
yeah.
Wonderful.
That's cool.
So very talented. So all those guys are so talented.
I totally agree. Yeah. Like, how do you feel about playing something like Coachella versus club tours and stuff like that?
Well, you know, it's different. It's all in the crowd. Every time we play those festivals, there's thousands and thousands of people there, and they're all ready to have a good time. They're primed and they're excited, and they just want to enjoy it.
Yeah.
And it's wonderful you get to meet people from all over, because I think people travel from all kinds of places to go to these festivals to see all their favorite bands. But then when you're in a club, you know, you really get to meet everybody. I meet everybody in the entire building when we play a show. We all do. We all go out as soon as we finish. We go to the merch table and we speak to everybody. You know, sign things and have photos done. And I want to speak to everyone.
Yeah.
I want to speak to the real people.
Yeah.
That's what the songs are about. Who the songs are for. You know, we're not all things to everybody. We're all things, hopefully, to real people. That's what we want to do. You know, and the elite and all this. I don't give a bugger about those people. You know, I want real people. You know, that come into my show. That's what I want to meet and hang out with. You know.
Yeah. So is there much of like, you know how, like there was that whole Occupy movement here in the.
It was in Austin too.
Yeah. How does any of that kind of creep its way into?
Not to me. I never like to get political, to be honest, at all.
Yeah.
I think people can make a change if they really want to make a change, you know. And I think it's easy to blame somebody that gets voted in, or to blame a system that's, I don't know, that's just all a load of rubbish to me. You know, the Occupy Austin people were there, and I mean, it didn't make no difference to me. I didn't think that was that cool, to be honest. I mean, I didn't even get what they were saying. Yeah. To be honest, I don't know what the point is. Go and do something. Go and help somebody. Yeah. There's people down the street that ain't got nothing. They ain't got nothing to eat. Go and make them some food or some sandwiches or something. You know, that to me that would go a lot longer than just sitting in front of the town hall for 6 weeks. You know, that means nothing to me. It's not. I'm not impressed, and I'm sorry, you know, but it's just rubbish. Yeah. Whatever. Go and help somebody. Go and do something. Go and build something, or you know, help someone up, or give someone some money or something. You know, do something. And don't just sit there and expect me to take your photo and say like, oh, you're so great, thanks for taking a stand. I don't give a about that. I'm sorry, I probably should cut this out.
No, not at all.
I don't give a about any of that. They should make a difference if they really care.
I agree.
And most of those people that I saw were just people that were hanging around, that were joining the bandwagon. Yeah. My opinion.
Yeah. When you connect and reach people like, you know, the way you guys do, and you know, that inspires.
I hope so, and it's real, you know, and I tell people every night on stage that dreams come true if you just believe in them hard enough. Yeah. We're from all over the place. We're from, you know, working class places. We're from where there's no hope, no opportunity, no future, you know. People often think because of the accent that you're from some kind of privilege, but it's really not the case at all. You just try hard enough and you work hard enough, and you can make your dreams come true. And I tell people on stage every night, you can make your dreams come true. Yeah, the world is yours. You know, you can do whatever you want to do. Exactly. It's going to happen. Just do it.
It's important, to do it. Put the work in. Yeah. You know, don't sit and hope and complain about.
Don't expect nothing. Make it happen. You know, and it will happen.
Yeah, and you guys are, you know, that personified. I would
really
say.
Is. I think it really is. It really is. No one believed in us, apart from our manager at the start. You know, no one believed in us at all. Yeah.
And that here you are, all over the country, and then the world is next, you know.
Yeah, it's great, it's great. And we work hard, and we keep on working hard, and if people really want to make a difference, then go make a difference. Yep. You know, give someone some food on the street.
Out there.
Yeah, just do it. Yeah. But don't just sit around in a sleeping bag.
Yeah, it's what you make of it, right? You know?
I think so.
Absolutely.
I don't mean to offend anyone.
No, I couldn't agree with you more, you know. Yeah.
I think it goes a much longer way if people actually do something.
Definitely.
So trying to argue for someone else to do it.
Yeah, we're on the same page here. So.
Sorry, I feel like a dick.
No, that's good. That's good. Well, I mean, I think we've kept you long. I mean, I'd stay here and just talk.
Thank you so much. This was so much fun.
This is great. You know, it's really great to meet you. Cheers.
Cheers to you, brother. Bless you, man. Cheers.